What's happening, pals? How are we doing? I know I look a mess, but it's for a good reason this week, right? It's finally happening. I am officially graduating from my Master of Science, Master of Classical Art and Archaeology, baby. Tomorrow morning at 11 a.m, the ceremony starts. I've got a lot to do. I've got to tan. I've got to do my hair. I've got to fix these little sausage fingers of mine. There's a lot to be done in terms of beautifying myself, which is why I'm sat here looking like this right now. That's my dress, by the way, I'll be wearing. With the Greg's jacket. No, I wish. I'm quite nervous. I've never actually had a proper graduation before. Yes, I have graduated from my undergraduate, but I never felt the same because I graduated in COVID time. Everything was online. The last undergraduate graduation vlog was very, very jailbait. So this is my first proper graduation. And I'm nervous because I don't like the unknown. It should sound easy. It should just be walking up, getting a pat on the head and then leaving. But my university likes to make things as complicated as possible. So I don't actually know anything. I get stressed very easily about this sort of thing. But it'll be okay. It'll be fun. And I'm doing another vlog for it because I vlogged the jailbait one. Why wouldn't I vlog the proper one? Hello. So I'll film what I can. Remember, I am very shy, and I don't know how much I'll actually be allowed to film it. Will I be allowed my phone? Do I need to take a bag? I don't know these things. I don't know what is expected of me. Anyway, pip, cheerio. See you tomorrow morning, nice and bright and early, or halfway through the day. I better go. I've got lots to do. See you tomorrow, besties. Bye.
Hart. Mary Alice Flynn.
Olay. I've done it. I've officially done it. You can see my phone. Don't look at that. Don't look at my Dropbox. I just got home. I've changed out my dress to keep it nice. This is just a little interlude because I've got my tube. It's empty, but it's the thought that counts, right? Let me put it over here because I'm going to just keep waving it about like a mad woman. I'm just popping in to say hello now because I'm feeling very overwhelmed. I'm only sitting in comfies because I'm going out with my pals shortly, but we had a lovely day. I couldn't film as much as I wanted to because I was also just trying to take it in and live in the moment and all that, but it was dead fun. And there really wasn't much else going on other than the choir singing and then people going up and then people sitting back down, to be honest. And then I went to the uni gift shop. They've really stepped up their merch game since last time. I'll show you all that tomorrow though. We went to El Cartel for some food. Never been there. It's right across the road from the uni and I've always been like, I really want to go in there and get some grub one time. So I finally got around to doing that on my very last day ever. And then I decided I wanted to go for one final pee in the HCA toilets. So I took a lovely little walk up to the toilet and I had my very last HCA pee as a student of the university. 10 out of 10 will pee again in there. Lovely toilets. We're going out to a piano bar, which I've never been to before. Didn't even know it existed until the now. Anyway, I'll be back with you tomorrow to get into the nitty gritty. And, you know, there'll be vlog bits from tonight, maybe, depending on how much I drink. Oh, dear. My brain's scrambled eggs. I don't know what I want to say to you. So give me half a day, at least, to sort myself out. And I'll be right back with you tomorrow. Enjoy the scenes from tonight. I don't know what will be occurring. Probably not much. Not much that I can show you, at least. Bye-bye. Wowza. Besties. Wowza. Hello again. Da, 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 da. Yeah, boy. Can I show is this the docs to show the whole thing? Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. First off, geez, after I'd filmed the first little intro kind of bit to this video, once my parents came home from work, they got me this. Massive graduation balloon. Look at it. It has my name on it and everything. Didn't come back on to show you it that night though because I was tired and I looked a mess. Where should I start? In the words of Julie Andrews, let's start at the very beginning. It's a very good place to start. It's been a while since I said that one. I had to get up at 6:30. Did I? No, I lay there till 7 just staring at the ceiling because it was too dark and too cold to get up. Race to get ready, race to get my family ready, and then bing bang bong in the car. Off we went. The ceremony started at 11. Everybody had to be in and seated by 10:30, which is kind of a joke. And then we had a half-hour wait till the actual ceremony started. It was also live streamed on the uni website, and it was surprisingly quick. We had a wee name sheet that we had to hand over to the person that had like our name on it and our seat number and the way to pronounce our name, because obviously it's a very multicultural place. There's a lot of names that aren't English that if they weren't spelled out phonetically, there'd be a bit of a struggle. And that's the last thing you want on your graduation, is to have your name mispronounced. My name's not that difficult, but people fumble the ball all the time. I was second row back, which was quite cool. I was right near the front, which meant I was over and done with fairly quick. I went to the uni for 5 years, so there was even people like the year below me in my undergraduate were then graduating in the winter, which was nice. It was nice to see them again. And even some PhDs. There was PhDs that taught me in first and second year undergrad who graduated at the same time as me, 2 of my tutors. And I was like, oh my god, I haven't seen you in ages, this is so cute, I'm gonna cry. There were tears, I won't lie to you. And then we went up one by one and got hit on the head with some little ceremonial hat. I want to say the hat belonged to David Hume, but I might be making that up. One of my lecturers actually said that it was David Hume's dirty pants that we got hit over the head with. A pair of pants that had been preserved just for that use. And I was like, are you actually having a giraffe, mate? But no, he was having us on. It's a hat that's been preserved and squished to then hit all the students on top of the head with. Knit central, to be honest, probably. But alas, I'm here and my head's not itching, so I think we're okay. And then once your name was called and you got your little bop on the head, you'd walk down the other side of the ramp. And you get your tube, which contains nothing. And then I left, got the official graduate photos taken. I can't show you them though because I don't have them yet. And then I went to the gift shop. Now, I've been in the uni gift shops before, right? But in the past year and a half, they must have got a new designer or a new company to do the merch, because bloody hell, there was some nice stuff in there. I got one of these keep cups. It's got orange juice in it, so it's a bit minging. The uni has their own branded keep cups for coffee and that, but I don't drink coffee. I just wanted one because it looked cool and it's the uni colours and it's got the badge on it and that. That was the coolest thing when I was in undergrad, right, to get. And they had hoodies and, I'm sorry, but they're so ugly. Green rugby polo top things. No offence, they're so ugly. But going into the shop this time, first off, this gorgeous, gorgeous jumper, hello, also my new favourite water bottle ever. It's got a wooden cap and it's glass and it says the University of Edinburgh on it, obviously. All this tat I have now that I am no longer part of the uni as well. Love to see it. And there's 2 other things I got too, isn't there? First one is, it's a very plain looking t-shirt, but on the back it says, Class of 22, baby! And it's an extra large. I love a baggy t-shirt, what can I say? And I also got this unintentionally, right? Because there's a lot of strikes going on around Scotland and the UK, including educational staff. Throughout my entire 5 years of uni, a lot of the lecturers were striking. And for good reason, too. And on the graduations, there was a group of people handing out pink sashes that said, what do they say? University and College Union, defend education, support the strikes, is what they say. And they're pink sashes that some of the staff were wearing and some of the graduates were wearing. Somehow, my dad got one, even though they weren't handing them out to guests. So I came back down from getting my official graduate photos taken, and my dad, who's quite a sporty lad, was stood in this. It's a bit strict. I don't know where he got it. But he wore it, and he wore it all the way throughout the ceremony, and he's got it on in the photos, and he's wore it all the way home. And I was like, you're a legend. You're an actual legend. In this house, we support the strikers. Obviously, and I'm keeping it. Although my family left while I went to stand in line to get my photos taken and stuff, and as I was leaving I noticed there was a box that said please return your sash, and I went, oh my god, my dad has gone with the sash. But you know what, this is now a memoir for me. This is being kept. I'm sorry, but but you're not getting this one back. It's a souvenir of my time at the uni. And I deserve it. Not only do I want the teachers and stuff to get the money that they need or whatever it is they're striking for, I want them to get it. Second of all, the amount of learning that I missed because of strikes every year for 5 years, I missed out on a lot of learning. I can't tell you a single thing about Alexander the Great. I missed out on that whole point of history between Roman Republic and Ptolemaic Egypt and all that kind of stuff. Julius Caesar, Alexander the Great, Cleopatra. I missed out on all that bit because every time we would get to that sort of time period, the strikes would hit. So this is to make up for that. This is all I need. Cheeky little sash. And then I came back here, chilled out for a wee bit, got ready, and then went out again for some drinks with the girlies. In the course, we went to a bar called Insomnia, which is quite fancy. It's called Insomnia because they specialise in espresso martinis, so you're never going to get to sleep ever. And then we moseyed on down to a piano bar for a couple more pints and dancing. And I didn't get home till 2:30 in the morning, and I didn't feel hungover the next day. Actually, I went to see Mickey Flanagan the next day. I went to see the Mickey Flanagan warm-up in town with my mum. So I just kept the ball rolling. It just kept on rolling, baby. All right, partner, keep on rolling, baby. You know what time it is. I'm still on cloud 9. I'm in a very strange emotional state. Oh my god, I'm done. And then, oh my god, I'm done. What do I do now? I'm free, but also, oh my god, life. It's been a hell of not just a year doing my masters, but also the other 4 years of my undergraduate, because I did them at the same uni, same topic, so a lot of the same staff as well, which was dead nice. But also my undergraduate graduation was very jailbait. If you have seen the last vlog I did for that, because of COVID, they couldn't have us all in the hall, so I had to sit here and watch a slideshow of all my classmates' faces. And then we had like one photo opportunity that we just like usurped, and I brought my family. You weren't supposed to, but everybody did. We brought family members just to make it a graduation when we didn't have an official one. This was the big official final hurrah that I needed. And then I'm like, wow, that chapter's complete. I've met so many cool people, whether it's been actual staff at the uni or friends, obviously. And I've also discovered a lot about myself and who I want to be, what I want to end up doing with my life, and that also applies to the YouTube channel as well, what I want to do with that, because I don't know if you've noticed, but over the years, I started this channel just as like a funny thing in lockdown to just entertain my friends when I couldn't really see them. The more I've went through my degree, and the more I've figured out I love it, and the more I've like applied myself to it, I've slowly factored in more and more archaeology and ancient history themed videos in amongst all the rubbish ones. Not rubbish, but you know what I mean, like the mucking about videos. I've tried to start putting more and more archaeology into it. Will the channel ever be fully archaeological? Probably not. But that is the vibe I want to take. I want to integrate more of my degree into the channel. So there'll be a lot more history archaeology stuff. But also I'll keep the fun, me mucking about videos when I see fit. I can't shake the thought of wanting to do a PhD, to be honest. I have no idea what I'd do it on, but I can't shake the idea. That requires a lot of thinking, which I'm not prepared to do right now, to be honest. And thus now we vibe. I really want to put the degrees to good use, obviously. I don't want to just get a job somewhere that I hate and it doesn't actually require me to use any of the knowledge that I've gained throughout these last 5 years of my life. Hello. And I'm lucky enough to live in a city that's surrounded by heritage sites and prides itself on its history, so there's going to be something somewhere. I can't shake the thought of the PhD, but I want to give myself at least a year to breathe and relax and do some normal life things before I chuck myself into even more fresh hell. Thank you. None of these things are anywhere near being started because I've just graduated 2 days ago. Give me a minute, please. And would you believe that I hated uni when I first started it? In first year, I very much hate change. So when I first started, it was very weird to get used to. I also didn't know who I really was. I didn't know what I liked and what I wanted to do and all that kind of thing. And look at me now, 5 years later, I'm an MSc. I get 3 extra letters at the end of my name. That's master to you peasants. That was a joke. I love and appreciate you all very much. All 400 of yous. Thanks very much for 400 subscribers, babies. Amazing stuff. There's actually more than 400 at this point, but I don't know the exact number. But thank you all. Not to be soppy, but YouTube's like my hobby, my creative outlet, where I get to kind of pizzazz up the boring parts of my degree, where I think that, wow, if this was actually taught in a way that didn't make me want to fall asleep, That would actually be really interesting. And that's what I'm trying to do here most of the time. Is just make it that wee bit more exciting. But no matter where I end up in the world and whatever I'm doing, this is not going to change. I'm still going to be here every Tuesday/Wednesday. I don't feel like crying today, but also emotionally at the moment I am all over the shop because there's a lot of emotions going on at once. Let's stop the beginning of the spiral right there and say goodbye. Thank you all so much for watching. If you liked this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe and ring the bell and all that stuff. I'm also live on Twitch every Wednesday, Friday and Sunday. Speaking of which, it's Sunday right now when I'm recording this, so I'm about to go stream. Way! Look at that! By the time you see this, it might not be live, but the VOD will be up, so you can go back and watch the stream that you missed that's happening right now. Time. There'll also be links down below to all my other social medias, including my Discord. I also recently got a Mastodon, and I've restarted Tumblr. Not for those bad reasons, right? But I've made an Archaeology Tumblr. I'm putting all my archaeology stuff, not just on Instagram and Twitter, but also on Tumblr and on Mastodon as well. All those links will be down below and in the link tree, which is also down below. There's too many links to keep straight at this point. There's also my normal Instagram and normal Twitter, where if you're not interested in archaeology at all, if you're here for all the other stuff, fair dues, I understand, I get it. There's normal social medias down below. Tatty bye troops. Have a lovely rest of your week and I'll see you next Tuesday. I'm a master now.